Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwame Yasha'Allah, Kohaloyimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and just sitting here, just having a little cup of coffee, reading some articles or whatever. Now, this one right here is from the Washington Post. It says U.S. imposes more than 500 new Russia sanctions after Navalny's death. It says the move represents the most aggressive new penalties on the Kremlin in months, but their effectiveness is uncertain. Okay. Article is by Jeff Stein and Catherine Belton. Should be, pretty reputable, but they're going to, a lot of this stuff be biased too at the same time. But anyway, let's read into it, grab a couple of scriptures by the Spirit. It says the Biden administration announced Friday that it will hit Russia with hundreds of new sanctions after the death of dissident Alexei Navalny, aiming to constrict the billions of dollars in energy revenue that have financed President Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine. The United States will impose more than 500 new sanctions on Russian companies, individuals, and firms, and other countries that supply Russia's military and industrial production, according to the Treasury Department spokeswoman. So, hey, there you go, man. And this right here, this is a clear indicator of Job 9 and 24, which I had pulled up here in the blue letter. This is Job 9 and 24. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And these Americans, the so-called white man, as far as the Americans or the elite in general, they run the earth, man. They are, but America is like the top country that says, hey, who can do this and who can do that, where you can go, where you can't go, where, because that almighty dollar, and that's the reason why you got, nations that's going up into, they call it the BRICS nations. You got all these different nations that's, coming together to get away from the American dollar, and use their own currency, to trade and do certain deals. So, but it shows you how much these so-called white people are in control of the world, where they can sanction all these different people and really make your life a living hell if you don't agree with them. I mean, bottom line, that's pretty much what it is. So it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So we know who the wicked are just by, little articles like this, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be spiritual and look into it. You see what I'm saying? So let's get a little bit more of the article. They can't get around it, man, because Esau is being revealed. That's another scripture that, let me see. Let's go into 2 Thessalonians real quick, and I'll jump back on that article. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So this is an indicator that we're in the last days as well, because the man of sin, the son of perdition, will be revealed in the last days. And that man of sin, son of perdition, is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the progenitor of the so-called white race. I be watching Euro news, supposedly European news, and they running the world. They're running the world. They're the ones that, at these, World Economic Forums, and they're running, the WHO, who, the World Health Organizations, and, all these different, acronyms and shit they got, you know what I'm saying, from FBI to CIA to whatever. They're running the world, man. It's them. And they're being revealed now for who they really are, right? Okay, so let's go back off into it. Let's see what else they got. It says, most importantly, the U.S. government will aim to tighten an existing Western price cap that requires purchasers to buy Russian oil at a discounted rate or face severe financial penalties. See that? That's that Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They running this shit. They telling everybody, hey, look, you're going to do what we say to do, or we going to make your life messed up. Energy sales are by far the biggest source of revenue for the Kremlin, but Western allies have been weary of shutting off crucial source of fuel for the global economy. So these allies of America, the people that are dealing with America, they're looking at America like, hey, look, man, you fucking it up for us. You know, because we deal with this man. You know, we do business with this man. We do business with that particular country. You know, this is a main source of our energy. And a lot of stuff has, you know what I'm saying, been switched up and changed up since America been doing this shit. So these countries are starting to look like, hey, look, man, we gotta get you know, from underneath this man, basically. But let me get this real quick. Um Habakkuk chapter 2, and it's you know, it's basically entitled Woe to the Chaldeans, but this is, you know, going off into Babylon the Great, good old America. Verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay. And that thick clay goes up to all this damn debt that they have. Here you go, you $35 trillion in debt, and you worried about somebody else. You doing all this because of some Russian guy in prison died. Crazy, bro. You putting all your allies, all your peoples through the bullshit because of this one. And basically all that it is they just trying to make this guy look bad. You had Tucker Carlson go over there and do that interview, you know, and it made America look bad, really, in reality. So they're trying to put a bad taste in people's mouths. You know, America got this Russian phobia because of America. Their media telling you about, you know, how Russia is the enemy and we need to do something about this, man, and this and this, and basically, you know, the American people, they believe this shit. Hey, this dude, man, he's just doing business. You know what I'm saying? He been trying to make deals with America. I think he actually tried to be a part of NATO at one point, and America shut it down. So they really just want to just get this man out of power, and they're using this one particular guy to try and stir up the pot, which that's the reason why they, you know, they kind of used him to begin with. Because see, that guy, he shouldn't have never went back to Russia. He should have stayed where he was because he had already pretty much, he was, I think he was on probation. He had, you know, you know, violated his probation, so to speak. And they already had out an arrest warrant for him, so to speak. And he should have just stayed where he was in the country that he was in. But instead, what does he do? He comes back there, you know, and basically America pretty much talked him into going back there pretty much overall, because I guess they was thinking that it was going to stir up the pot, make the people, you know what I'm saying, go all nuts and shit, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, just causing that discord among brethren. That's what America does. They're pretty good at that, man. Putting brothers against brothers, so to speak. Okay, but anyway, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So this, you know, this is what he's doing. He wants everybody's shit. You have enough. I mean, you got, you know, well, you know, but Esau can never have enough, man. That's one thing about his character. He can never have enough. He wants to go to Mars. He's not gonna stop there if he was able to get there. He go colonize anybody that he met in the galaxies. You know what I'm saying? It says, woe to him that, let me see, verse 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. See? For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. And that's what they've been doing since they've been in power for hundreds of years. They came here to the Americas. They done it to the so-called Native American Indians, which is the tribe of Gad, the Israelites. And they just been running throughout the world, just attacking people and taking their land, setting up their, you know, their puppet masters and you know, taking the resources, and they can never have enough. It says, woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. Behold, is it not the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire? and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. Hey man, look, it's about to come down on Esau, man. It's about to come down on Esau. And it's really the Lord that's pushing them to do what they're doing. But these nations, man, let's go back into it. These nations are sick of America. All of them. Even their allies are sick of them. Because it's like, it's just you sanctioning not only the people that you against, but you're sanctioning the people that are down with you. You penalizing the people that's down with you if they deal with this person. So it's about to get grimy, man. It says the United States will impose more than 500 new sanctions on Russian companies, individuals, and firms in other countries that supply Russia with military. I think I read that part. Yep, I did read that part already. But it says the West sanctions on Russia, though billed as among the toughest ever, have thus far failed to deter Putin from carrying out the war in Ukraine. And the announcement of new measures may raise questions about why the United States had not previously targeted these firms. Despite the predictions of some analysis, Russia's economy grew by more than 3% last year. So the sanctions this shit ain't even work, man. Faster than the United States. So here you go, you doing all this sanctioning, and this country is growing faster than you. Crazy, bro. And that's just one of the things that the Lord is doing to this place, man. He's really bringing down Babylon the Great. Okay, it says, as Moscow spent extensively to support the war effort, the Deputy Treasury Secretary Wally Adeyemo told reporters the United States would not seek to lower the price at which Russians can sell oil, but instead crack down on trades that violate the cap. Says you will, of course, see sanctions aimed at Russians' human rights abuses at home and abroad. Previewing an address he is expected to give Monday on the Council of Foreign Relations in New York City, he said additionally human rights related sanctions will be announced by the State Department. Know that Alexei Navalny's tragic death and the abuses that preceded it will not be forgotten nor go unanswered. Man, look, it's people in your own country being treated like trash. You treat your own people like trash. And you worried about this one guy. You about to send his whole shit into World War III pretty much. But this one guy. Your CIA plant, man. Crazy, bro. But that lets you know, man, how silly this man is. Because the Lord said he will place a foolish nation